carnival!
Uncle Gary had a surprise. Deeno the Dino jumped, Whiskers the cat purred. The carnival was bright. It had rides that spun, games with prizes, and yummy smells. Deeno loved the spinning teacups. He giggled as Uncle Gary spun them fast. Whiskers liked the carousel. She rode a big white horse. The lights twinkled like stars, making everything magical. Children held colorful balloons, and a clown made balloon animals. Deeno and Whiskers watched a juggler toss colorful balls high into the air. Uncle Gary bought them cotton candy. Deeno and Whiskers enjoyed the sweet treat. As the night went on, fireworks lit up the sky. The children looked up in awe. Deeno and Whiskers had wide eyes, and Uncle Gary smiled. The carnival began to wind down, and people started to leave. Deeno, Whiskers, and Uncle Gary walked away, the moon shining above them. The moon and stars twinkled, ending their magical night at the carnival. Uncle Gary won a giant teddy bear. He gave it to Deeno. Deeno hugged the bear tight. It was soft and cuddly. Whiskers wanted to play a fishing game. She used her paw to win a goldfish. "We'll name him Bubbles," laughed Deeno. The carnival lights twinkled brightly in the night. Deeno enjoyed some fluffy cotton candy. Whiskers was fascinated by the spinning rides. Deeno and Whiskers decided to ride the carousel. The horses went up and down, round and round. Deeno waved happily from his horse. Whiskers sat proudly on her horse. The music played a cheerful tune. They hopped off the carousel, ready for more fun. Hand in paw, they walked through the carnival, excited for the next adventure. Uncle Gary bought popcorn. It was hot and buttery. The smell wafted through the air, making everyone's mouth water. The carnival was bustling with excitement, and the lights twinkled like stars in the night sky.
Stay close,
Uncle Gary said. But Deeno saw balloons. He ran after the balloons. They were so colorful. When Deeno looked back, Uncle Gary and Whiskers were gone. Deeno's heart raced as he realized he was alone in the crowd. The carnival seemed much bigger and louder now. He could hear the distant laughter of children and the cheerful music from the rides. But Uncle Gary and Whiskers were nowhere to be seen. Deeno tried to retrace his steps, but everything looked different. The bright lights and colorful tents all seemed to blend together. He called out for Uncle Gary and Whiskers, but his voice was drowned out by the noise of the carnival. Just when Deeno was about to give up hope, he remembered the big Ferris wheel they had seen earlier. It was the tallest ride in the carnival, and Uncle Gary had pointed it out as a landmark. Deeno decided to head towards it, hoping to find his way back. With each step, Deeno felt a little braver. He knew that if he could just reach the Ferris wheel, he might be able to spot Uncle Gary and Whiskers from up high. The adventure was far from over, and Deeno was determined to find his family. Deeno was scared. He called for Uncle Gary. He called for Whiskers. The carnival lights seemed to blur as tears welled up in his eyes. He felt lost in the sea of people, the laughter and music only making him feel more alone.
Uncle Gary! Whiskers, where are you? His voice trembled as he called out again, hoping to hear a familiar voice in return. The sounds of the carnival seemed to drown out his cries.
Uncle Gary heard Deeno's calls. He picked Deeno up in a big hug. Relief washed over Deeno as he felt the warmth and safety of his uncle's embrace. The world seemed to right itself again.
Don't wander off. Uncle Gary's voice was firm but kind, a mix of relief and concern. He wanted to make sure Deeno understood the importance of staying close.
Deeno hugged him back. He felt safe again, the fear slowly melting away. The carnival lights now seemed magical rather than overwhelming.
"We were so worried." Whiskers chimed in, his little voice filled with concern. The trio stood together, a small island of calm in the bustling carnival.
They decided to stick together for the rest of the evening. Hand in hand, they walked through the carnival, enjoying the sights and sounds. The night was filled with laughter and joy, a perfect end to their adventure.
Let's go on the Ferris wheel next, Deeno suggested, his eyes sparkling with excitement. Uncle Gary and Whiskers agreed, happy to see Deeno smiling again.
As they rode the Ferris wheel, they looked out over the carnival, the lights twinkling like stars. It was a night they would always remember, a night of adventure, fear, and ultimately love and togetherness. Whiskers wanted to ride the Ferris wheel. It went so high.
Be careful, Whiskers.
Uncle Gary and Deeno watched from below. The Ferris wheel went up, up, up. Suddenly it stopped. Whiskers was stuck at the very top.
Meow.
She was scared. The Ferris wheel operator looked concerned. People pointed and gasped. Slowly, the Ferris wheel started to move again. The Ferris wheel began to descend. Relief washed over the crowd. Whiskers looked relieved.
Hooray, Whiskers is safe.
Uncle Gary and Deeno hugged Whiskers tightly. It was a happy reunion at the carnival. The Ferris wheel lights twinkled in the night. The carnival was in full swing and everyone enjoyed the rides. Whiskers smiled, Deeno laughed, and Uncle Gary looked proud. It was a night to remember.
Don't worry, Whiskers, we'll get you down.
Uncle Gary had a plan. He quickly grabbed a ladder. With determination, he started to climb. "You can do it, Uncle Gary. We believe in you." Uncle Gary reached out to Whiskers. He gently picked her up. Step by step, he carried her down safely. They were all safe on the ground. Whiskers purred, happy to be safe.
See, we help our friends. We keep each other safe.
Deeno nodded. Friends always help friends. And that's what made their carnival adventure so special. They laughed and shared stories. They enjoyed cotton candy and treats. They played games and won prizes. As the night ended, they watched fireworks light up the sky. They hugged, grateful for the unforgettable day. And with smiles, they waved goodbye, looking forward to their next adventure.